What were you nervous about?
Ooh.
We are here in beautiful Asunción, Paraguay at Fluido Spanish School at an Asado. That's just been a really good time. We've got some awesome people here, some delicious meat. You probably hear that at every Asado. The meat's always good, but this meat tonight is really, really good. And what I wanted to do is kind of ask Sam a little bit about how was the experience putting together the event. So yeah, Sam, how was your experience? This is your first Asado. And how did you find it? And what would you share to some of the audience who maybe wants to host some Asados themselves that are a really good time for everyone involved?
Well, first of all, you got it. I was nervous to host an Asado. We've had this house, our school, for about a month. And the grill is different than what we're used to in the U.S. And, and the meat is different. The meat has different names than we know. So I was very nervous, but what made it happen was there was a forcing function, which was one of our teachers, Raul, had a birthday. So finally I was like, oh, it's your birthday?
Great excuse.
Yeah, it's an excuse. We'll have the Asado. And I was not ready at all. I was just like, I'm very busy with the school. But I was just like, yeah, whatever. We'll plan it. We'll make it happen. So today was I literally only started making it happen today. We didn't have tables and chairs out there.
Oh my God.
I went and bought the chairs, and I tried to do it all myself. And there was no way it was going to work. I don't know what would have happened.
Like grilling the meat?
Yeah. I was like, I'll cook all the food. I'll grill the meat. But also I have to host. No. And it didn't work. So I called up my friend Richard, and he came through, and he's like, bro, I'm there. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Took over the whole grill. And the lesson I learned is the Asado makes itself.
Yes.
I was really nervous, so many stuff to prepare, and you care about your event. Mm-hmm. But honestly, the truth is the people made it all happen.
What were you nervous about?
I was nervous about so many little things, like with the meat. Would people like how the meat came out? Stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I was nervous about letting people in. Our place isn't that easy to find. I was nervous about would people judge if my plate I wasn't able to clean up the house in time. Nobody cares. So
looks clean to me.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's kind of cliche, but really the people make the Asado. They bring stuff. Somebody would have cooked if somebody else would have cooked it if Richard didn't come. Your first Asado that you ever hosted, what surprises did that have for you?
So my first Asado was actually in Argentina, and I took on the role of cooking the meat myself. If you guys want to host a good Asado and still be very involved with your guests, recommend finding somebody who can help you with the meat. And you will smell like charcoal. I mean, you will reek of Asado. But it's not a bad thing. It's just it's a part of the job, right? Especially if it's a bigger group and you're the one organizing the event. You want to make sure that you're on top of everything in terms of making sure everybody has their plates, making sure that the house is organized, making sure nobody's causing any chaos, especially if it's more of a party, which some of the ones that I've done now have tended to be. And find someone to help you with the grill. And then, you make a good point, just being nervous going into it. I've done several Asados now, and they've grown in size, and I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it, but I'm always a bit anxious going into it because I wonder, will we have enough people or will we have too many people? Are they going to like it? Are they going to have a good time? And are they going to walk away thinking, dang, that was a great event? Or are they going to walk away thinking, oh, that was just another Asado. Glad I got a couple bites of steak and I'm heading home and it was whatever, right? So it's you want to be able to make that good impression. And yeah, the truth is as long as you put together something decent, it's kind of hard to mess up. Because really the most important part is just inviting good people. Have a good, solid, trusted group of friends that you invite, and then all of their friends. And that way there's kind of it's a circle of trust, and some of your closest buddies will be the ones kind of helping you out as well, right? They'll give you an extra hand. They'll have their eyes open to make sure nothing bad is happening, and also just kind of bringing that energy. And as long as everybody feels at home, then that's all that really matters.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
When I was getting ready and when it seemed when I thought I was still going to cook the meat, I was really nervous about people arriving and there not being food ready, which there wasn't, by the way, and it was no problem.
Yeah.
And about my general nervousness, it was almost one of those things. I wasn't nervous about anything. It was just anxiety.
Right.
What's beautiful about the Asado, especially in Paraguay, is it slows down, man.
Yeah.
Richard came, he said, bro, like, we're going to put the vacío on for 3 hours. Like, we're not, it's not about having the food ready when people arrive. Like, there is no rush. And the people don't care. And even as hungry as we are, when at least I was setting it up, as hungry as you are, all of a sudden you're socializing and it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, on that note about the beginning and there not being food when people arrive, keep in mind, I mean, the invitation was for 7:30. I bet barely anybody showed up until at least 8:15, probably closer to 9 o'clock. Paraguayan time is a very real thing here. Even if your asado is full of foreigners, the foreigners will understand fast as soon as they get here that they need to operate on Paraguayan time. So you might say your asado is at 8, and then you look around at 9, and there's not that many people there. You'll be like, oh, shoot, no one's coming. They'll come. Don't worry. But what that means is you have plenty of time to throw the coals onto the parrilla, get them going, get that nice cherry, throw on the meat. And if you have a parrillero and an asado guy who knows what he's doing, then he'll do it like that, right? Slow cook the meat, make something really tender, really good. And then, yeah, people will be eating by 10, 11, sometimes even midnight, and it's all good. And, yeah, you've had plenty of time to cook some good meat and chop it up. And, yeah, it's definitely on a slower it's a slower tempo here, but that's part of what makes it beautiful anyways. Any final words for people who might want to check out Fluido and come to one of your asados in the future?
Yeah, the door's open, and we actually have been having people ring our doorbell. I didn't know we had a doorbell, but people come to Fluido in the middle of the day for all sorts of reasons, but our door's open.
As you can see.
Yeah.
It's wide open.
That's one of our students. And look, our goal is to make expats feel at home in Paraguay. That's the sole goal. That's why people say, why don't you teach English? And sure, you could teach English, but we're not a language school. It's not our mission. We didn't start this to teach language. We started this to help expats feel at home in Paraguay. I got a little diverted from your question, but my answer is...
Hell yeah. Passionate.
Just come check us out. Send us a DM. All right, start there. Send us a DM or come knock on the door.
Sounds good. One piece of steak at a time. You will feel right home in Paraguay, and you'll feel right home at Fluido Spanish School.